the third annual Bermuda Beach Tennis Tournament held at Horseshoe Bay, Bermuda. We had a little press conference prior to the event just because we needed to update people about Hurricane Danielle, which was breathing down our necks, and it forced us to change the way we played the tournament. There's Joe Lorenzo from Beach Tennis USA, who's assisting us with some setup on our tournament. And some of the there's Jamal Hart from the Department of Tourism. Thanks so much, Jamal. And some of our sponsor signs, Bermuda Pest Control, a BGA group of companies. You can see the Red Bull tent there. And this is the site that was all set up, ready to go for the event that was supposed to start on Saturday the 28th. Unfortunately, Hurricane Danielle was bringing severe storm surge to Bermuda, and we had to move the event to start on the Friday to get the pro event in. If we hadn't have done this, we certainly couldn't have played on the Saturday. The storm surge with the waves on Horseshoe Bay was quite dramatic. There's a great scene of the center court there with our sponsors' signage. You can see Bermuda Sun, Fairmont. And we'd like to thank our sponsors so much for helping put on this event, because without the sponsors, the Bermuda Department of Tourism, Bermuda General Agency, Fairmont, Latin, Belco, Jim Butterfield, Bermuda Pest Control, Sousa's Landscaping, and QRS Trucking, we couldn't have done this. So thanks to the sponsors. As you can see here in the video, there are some scenes of some of the players. There's the Brazilian team, and that's Paul Towson, one of the local players that keep refusing to play with me. I don't know why. It was Andy Bray, then it was Mark Cordero. One day I'll get to him, and he'll take me on as a partner. All joking aside, as you can see in the distance there, the surf is getting a little bit feisty. Here's a little group shot of before the play started. We had all the players on the bleachers, and we just went through the rules of the day before we started playing. Those are all the players from Italy, Brazil, Belgium, and Bermuda. In this scene, you can see Sylvia Zanartini and Edith, her partner from Belgium, and they were a great little team. And here we got Mark Cordero from Bermuda, who was playing with Paul Towson. Of course, they were stuck in a draw with some of the toughest players. Their first round match was with the reigning Bermuda champions Alex Mingosi and Matteo Maragella. So it was indeed a bit of a challenging match for them, and but they put up a good fight, and good to them for entering the pro event. It was the only Bermuda team. In this picture, you see Johan from Belgium, and there is Guadagnini. And these girls here were from Rome, and it was fantastic. We really did have a good bunch of people. Right there you got Massimo Te, and then we've got Gio from Vision. Of course, we'd like to thank Gio from Vision very much for the support of bringing all the players over here from Italy. It was really great that he was a very good friend to Bermuda this year. You can see the scene on the beach there. You can see the waves on the left, very, very, very rough, very, very strong. And fortunately, we managed to get the pro event in. It was just lucky that we managed to get it in, because had the storm surge been any worse, it could have really played havoc with the weekend. In this picture, you see Mark Cordero and Alex Mingosi, Matteo Maragella. And then this one, you've got Paul Towson, Mark Cordero, and the boys. Joe Lorenzo sitting with Molly Cordero, Mark's wife. There's Alessandro Cobucci, who at that point didn't know he was going to be the champ, but he certainly ended up champ, beating Maragella and Mingosi in the final. And we got the Red Bull girls. We like to let you know that with our little Red Bull and beach tennis, that spurs you on. That's what you need, a little Red Bull. And that was the registration tent. We had the bleachers on the beach, which didn't last too long, unfortunately, because we got the word that the storm was coming and we better get them off the beach. And so we set up the site. We played the tournament on the Friday. We took everything down Friday night. And so that's what happened. Here are some spectators watching some of the events of the day. There was some great food provided by Latin, and that was on the beach. There's two teams from on the finals of the ladies, the Italians and the Brazilians. Andy Bray right there, one of Bermuda's best. and some more spectators. Erica Bove and the friend. There's Matteo Marigello and Alex Mingozi having a little chat, strategizing before their next point. And they certainly did put up a heck of a final, I must say. It was very, very close on the day. There's Ben Love from Hiscox. Nice to see Ben out with his surfboard, looking rather buffed. And here is Minister Michael Scott. Alison Towson is there, and that is also Mr. Lorenzo Casanega with Michael Scott, our Deputy Minister of Tourism, who was gracious in coming down and being there for the finals of the men's and the ladies pro event. It was great to have him there, and you can see that the ceremony was just starting to begin for the ladies winners, and there's Michael Scott making a little address to the ladies, congratulating them on their fine performance for the day. Indeed, it was a great honor to have Minister Michael Scott, the Deputy Tourism Minister, and of course William Griffith, the Director of Tourism, also showed up. And we'll have another video with some pictures from the men's finals as well. We'd certainly like to thank our Premier of Bermuda, Dr. Hewitt F. Brown, for the support that his tourism department did give Bermuda Beach Tennis this year. Very, very, very grateful, and we're looking forward to a much bigger event next year with more players, and of course that will be better for not only beach tennis but for Bermuda tourism and putting heads in beds at the Fairmont. The future of beach tennis. This young man was there for the Kids Day, which was on the Sunday, and that made a big impression. There's Alessandro Talbucci, who was the champion, with his partner Michele Capoletti, and a couple of the boys from Italy coming back from a swim. That's a picture of the winners of the mixed doubles that we had on the Sunday. So all in all, it was a great event. I was certainly pleased, as was my partner Mark, in having so many people come from Italy. Our new players from Brazil. We also had Johan and Edith from Belgium. Thanks to them for coming all the way to Bermuda. We hope you all enjoyed yourselves. I'd like to thank all our sponsors: Department of Tourism, BGA Group of Companies, Latin and the IRG Group, Bermuda Pest Control, Sousa's Landscaping, QRS Trucking, Jim Butterfield and Ballos. Thanks, Jim. You've been a great supporter of this event. Ace Group of Companies, and especially Alison Towson for your support. And of course, the Premier, the Honorable Michael Scott, Tourism Director William Griffiths, and we had a visiting journalist from Italy, Lorenzo Casanega. We'd like to thank him for coming, and also all the other people that helped out from all the different companies and government departments for making this tournament really, really special this year. So we certainly hope to see everybody next year back in Bermuda, especially all the players, and bring some more players with you. And we'd like to invite people from other countries to come to Bermuda. This is a beautiful island. I think all you need to do is talk to the players, or Facebook them, or send them an email. They'll tell you how great Bermuda is. It's a beautiful, beautiful island. And we'd like to thank the Fairmont Hotel for doing everything they did for the players with a great room rate. Thank you to Joe Lorenzo from Beach Tennis USA, Gio Orsini and Nicoletta from Vision. And you know what? If you got pink sand, you gotta play beach tennis. Ciao for now, Tony and Mark.